Okay, I'm live now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Godwin Ogoji. Um, I'm also known as Jele on Steemit. I've been having this project in mind where I will start a tutorials on Excel and be able to lecture people on Excel in full. But due to work and everything, I wasn't able to start as I scheduled. I was scheduled to start on Friday. What I'm still going to start is better late than never. So today I'm going to be running an introduction on how you can work around your Excel. So this class is tagged Excel Made Easy. So if you are beginner, if you don't know anything in Excel, you can actually start with us and flow with us and get to the level that you can look at yourself and say, yes, I'm no longer a beginner, or I'm no longer a novice in Excel. Excel is a very important tool for analysts. At least that's the common tool, the first common tool we use. There are other tools for analysis, but Excel is the most common one that we use. But when you come to big data, there are a lot of other tools like the R programming software and all that. I will also have business intelligence tools like the Power BI and the Tableau. But basically, for the purpose of getting people on pace or getting people on their feet to get the grab with analysis, we're going to be doing Excel tutorials. Now, I'm going to start from the scratch, like I said earlier, and this is exclusively on Steemit. You can always come to my page. I'm still working out a way to do a live class where we can fix a time. Then you can ask me questions on live and I will be able to answer. But in the meantime, I will just upload my recorded videos, and it will be explanatory. It will be very explanatory. Now, how do you? Let's start this way. How do you open a spreadsheet? How do you open a spreadsheet? You have your computer this way. You can click on the Microsoft tab here and search for Excel. Just type Excel if you have it installed on your system. When you click here, you'll see an Excel sheet and you just open it. Double click on it, it will open a fresh page of Excel. Now this fresh page of Excel comes in this form, and let me expand it so that you can see properly. Now you see different tabs. These are the sheets. This whole space in front here is called uh, the workbook. The workbook can contain different sheets. You can have sheet one. You can add sheet by clicking on the plus sign. You can see a plus sign on my cursor. You can add sheets here, and the whole Excel file is called a workbook. Now I'm going to be taking you through different tabs. Now for these sheets, there is an arrow sign close to the sheet. That's where you move right or left of the sheet itself. Now, if you see the file on the top left hand corner, the file there, if you click on it, you have different functions there. You have the info where you get information on the Excel. If you click on it, you see how to protect workbook. This is you learn on your own how to manage your workbook, how to see your browser view options and all that. Now, this is in new. If you click on new, you can open from an Excel sheet a new Excel sheet. So you can also open an Excel file from here. There are a lot of Excel file I've been working on before. I can from open get to those Excel file that I've already worked on before, and it keeps a date of them. You see, this one is today. I worked on this ones today, and you see a back date of up to last week. You can see recent files. You can see shared with me. If there are Excel files that I shared with you, you can open it. If you click on them, you open them from here. There is also OneDrive. If you have Excel files in OneDrive, you can go to that. If there are some on your PC, if there are Excel files on your PC, you can open them through this method, or you can browse also through the PC to know which one to open. Now, the save option. this is where you can save. By clicking on this save, you are saving. If it's the first time, it will bring out a pop-up window that will tell you where you want to save it and all that. You choose a place you want to save and the name you want to give it. For instance, if I want to save it on my desktop, if I browse, I come to my desktop and I can save it and give it a name. Let us call it Steemit Excel Made Easy, and we are saving it as a workbook. And you click on save and it's saved on desktop straight away. Let's go back to our file and keep on. Now save as, when you have a file and you want to save out a file from that same file, that is, you want to make a duplicate of that file and give it another name, you can click on save as. It will also bring out a dialog page like the save, but you can now remain. Your original file and the new file will be kept. Now print, this is when you want to print. You want to share. If you want to share your Excel file through, you want to share it on OneDrive and all that. So you want to share it on OneDrive. OneDrive is actually a cloud space for Microsoft. So you want to share it on OneDrive. The way, to explain it further, if you've used Google Drive before, now if you want to share on Google Drive and you're using Gmail and you want to share a Google Sheet, this is exactly the way this works. You also have the export. You want to export files from OneDrive and PDF, or you want to create a PDF document, or you want to change the file type. This is where you use export. You want to publish. You can publish on Power BI. Now, Power BI, like I said from the beginning, I said Power BI is a business intelligence tool. It's just like the Tableau. If you have Power BI is the Microsoft version of Tableau. So if you have an Excel sheet and want to publish it using Power BI, and this is the right way to go. Now you want to close the Excel file, the account, and this tells you the account you are logged in with. And feedback, this is just for feedback. And options, this is where you get the settings and of Excel, where you change you see your formula settings, how they come up, whether they do formula, whether it's autocomplete and all that, how the data toolbar, and the general settings are here. Advanced is to access settings, language settings, you want to change your language, advanced settings, a lot of things on advanced settings, you can go down through it. And Excel add-ins, this is where you have other add-ins. There are add-ins to Excel that enhances Excel to work. A lot of add-ins are there, but we will not talk about add-ins now until we get a grasp of the major part of Excel. Now, that is all about the file tab here. Okay, the home. You can see a lot of things. You can see paste on the home, where you can also use. Okay, you can. Excel is also somehow, some shortcuts we have in Microsoft Word. We also have it in Excel. So to paste, you can paste using this. You can do a Control V and you paste. You have Format Painter. Format Painter tends to copy the formatting of a particular cell and applying it to another cell. For instance, if I have A here and I have B here, and this A is bold and this B and this A has this particular cell has a bold covering this way, and I want to use Format Printer, and I click on it and click on Format Printer and bring it to B. B now becomes the same way A is. So I use it to transfer the formatting of A to the cell C2. Now, I'll still come back to talk to you about the cells, but let's look at the tabs first. Now, this is where you click your copy and your cut. Now, this is where you set the way you want your letters to show. Let me get this out. Let me move this out. I'm moving them out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let us have a blank sheet. Okay. Now, Calibri, you can choose the kind of way you want your letter to appear. You can choose the size. That is the size of it. You can make it 9. You can make it 10. Any amount, any size you want. Or you can choose the different letter type, font size for the letter. You can also choose the color of the letter, the field of the letter. If you want it just black, if you want to change the color and all that. Now this place is where you know choose your border. Now there are different kind of borders. You can draw your own border also, and you can also make more borders. Now these more borders, if I click on it, it brings out a box where I can choose to design my border the way I want it to be. So if you are seeing some fine borders from different angles from a lot of people, you just know this is how it's done. This same borders you see here, if I click on a cell and hold control and press 1, it comes up. So you just hold control down and press 1, it brings up this particular thing I brought out from here. That's the format cells. Okay, now this where you align your letters, where you want to align them to the left or to the right, to the center them, or take them up or down. Now this is a wrap cell. Okay, wrap text. What the wrap text does is, if you have too long a text on a cell and you want to bring it all in one place, that is, let me give you an instance. If you have, I am a boy going to school. Let me say going to school. Okay, you have this. You see, both um it has crossed both cell B and cell C. It is touching both cell B and cell C, but I want to wrap it all to be in cell A. I can just click on wrap. It brings it back to cell A, everything, and expands the cell and gives it a good look this way. So that's that. Let's go back. That's what the wrap. Then the merge. If I want to merge one or two cells together, for instance, I have these cells, I want to merge them to center. You see, this becomes a single cell. So let's get it out again. Okay, the general, this is where you get the different formatting for each cell, whether you want it on general settings or you want it to appear as a number or as a currency or accounting format or short as a date or time or percentiles or fractions. Now, the dollar sign here, you can use it to add the sign for the currency you are working with. Dollar sign, you can also expand this. If you expand this, you see more accounting formats. You can get different formats. For those of us in Nigeria, we can also get our Nigerian Naira. Look at it, NGN. So you can add that. So that's that for the dollar, and the percentage, that's where you can add percentage to the front of the numbers you have. Conditional formatting. Now there are a lot of things you can use conditional formatting for. That I will go into details. Now these are the different things you can even get auto sum on top here. You can see auto sum here. You can auto fill, you can clear, and all that. But I'm going to take the ones up here. I'm going to take them gradually, and I'm going to treat them as separate um, topics so that we'll understand them properly. Now we've finished the bars there. How do we enter data in Excel? How do we enter data in Excel? Now, first of all, you need to know that we have what we call the columns and the rows. Going down this way is called column. Then going sideways this way are called the rows. So if you have A, this is column B, this is column C, this is column D, this is column E. Now this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Okay, so if I say enter a data in column B1, B1 is this under B and row 1. That means it's on cell B1. When I say cell B1, it means you are going to column B, row 1. Column B, row 1. That's what it means. And you can enter data normally the way you enter in Microsoft Word. Just click on the cell and you type, my name is Ijele. Now, you can also edit this by clicking on the cell and coming to the topmost part. You see, you can come to the topmost part there and write I am I am on Steemit. Okay, you see it as edited. Now you can also edit by double clicking and moving your cursor to a particular point you want to edit and all that. Okay. This will take this will be the first part of the introductory part of the Excel we're going to be taking today, and I hope you enjoyed the class. I still remember myself, Ijele. This is just an introduction. From our next class, we'll be talking about little formulas. That's like the addition, the subtraction, and all that, and then gradually how to format your Excel to look good. For instance, you can see this is one of the Excel modules I built today, and you can see how good it looks. So I'll take you gradually to this point, and you will definitely enjoy it. Okay, thank you for your time. And if you found this very interesting, and I am starting this with this particular piece on purpose. So if you found it interesting, kindly restream this so that people will join for this class the next time. In 3 days. I'm going to do the next class, which is going to be explosive. Okay. Thank you for your time. I remember myself and your boy Ijele. Have a nice time.